We were hunting a man who got paid to kill people. He was bisexual, and his preferred weapon was an Uzi submachine gun that left its victims nearly unidentifiable. He was employed by a powerful organization with a lot of money to spend and more to lose, and somehow, at age 23, I found myself in Denver in my beat-up Subaru doing surveillance on the apartment of the killer's girlfriend, hoping he'd show up, hoping he wouldn't. Her apartment was on the first floor of a complex on the edge of the city. Beyond it, the plains stretched to the mountains, soft with smog, and every afternoon I parked my car in the space facing her unit. Up in Boulder, my girlfriend had left me months earlier, and I lived in a motel room in the shadows of the Flatirons where I wrote fiction every morning, an act that was making me less of a participant and more of a witness. But if I considered the risk I was now taking, I would probably do it anyway. I was a young and reckless recorder of others, traits my boss must have seen immediately as fitting the kind of work he did on the side and sometimes needed help with. Christoph and I worked together in a halfway house for convicted adult felons out of Canyon City Penitentiary, and he also owned a bounty hunting business that specialized in going after people who'd done terrible things. This one had a $250,000 price on his head. His girlfriend was 10 years older than I was. She wore Nike sweatsuits and had dark hair she kept in a braid down her back. From where I parked every afternoon, I had a direct view of her profile as she sat on the couch and watched television. Sometimes she'd be reading something at the same time, a book or a magazine in her lap, and every few seconds she'd glance up at the screen I couldn't see. Because of the time of day, I assumed she watched soap operas. She talked on the phone a lot, too. Every hour or so, she'd go to the kitchen and come back with what looked like a yogurt or a plate of crackers or a glass of something to sip. Most of the time, she'd be watching TV, talking on the phone, and reading all at once. Sometimes she'd hang up, set the magazine down, and walk to the bathroom. I'd watch her turn on a bright fluorescent light, a red shower curtain hanging there, then she closed the door. I'd stare, and I'd wait. It was something I was used to now. But it wasn't me waiting. It was the other me, Christoph's associate with the fake name. That's what it felt like, as if I were watching myself the way I was now watching characters come and go on the page. A dangerous thing to do, for these were real people with real guns, people who would not tolerate being watched.